go. We are live for the Volvo S60 STCC series. And I'll be sorting the grid out again. Jürgen, Hungry Badger. Oh, savage. Right, well, we've got a full grid of 22. Kev, what do you think for today then?
Mate, I am looking forward to this in a way.
Scary?
I think we're in for a cracker.
Well, I think we could be as well.
I think qualifying was very
close.
close.
It was, I will say, the lobby I was in was definitely the quicker lobby. Right, no brakes. Lorry, okay. So we've got Solar on pole. RZM, Tyco, Bradders, Loyal, Bobberts, Delete, Mesosphere, Marquee, Anonymous, Birchie, Cheetah down the 11th, eh? Jürgen,
Yeah.
Honey Badger, Savage, Ricky, Coca Gamer, Truth, Punisher, Viper, UK Racer, No Brakes, Lorry. That is ready. I'm going to spectate.
Me too.
If everyone else is ready, let's go.
We are all ready.
Let's just make sure that everything's set up correct. We've got 11 laps, no pit for race one. So let's get it underway. Oh yeah, this could be interesting. I'm going to go on board with. We're going to go with SSR Mark and jump on board with it.
I'm going to join because I'm not streaming my own stream. It makes sense to me. Get the same
Why
thing.
not? Why not get a stream going?
Yeah, I got it.
Well, it's up to you. Right, here we
do
go.
this.
This is going to be a naughty race, I think. No pit stop. Green to red. Anything could happen here. We're off. Still on board with Marky. Birchie dies around the outside. Tuck it in. Ooh, there's a bit of contact. Ooh, hang on. Looking behind. Birchie's dropped a couple of places. Anonymous up to 9th. Cheaper up to 10th. Let's have a look what's going on at the front. Let's go on board with RZM Tyco, who's managed to put the number boards on. That's a start.
Got that far.
Bradders in 3rd, Bobbert's 4th, Lowell shot down to 5th. But
I'm watching for Mesosphere. He's got he's just overtaken Anonymous on the inside. He's all the way. He's up into 8th now. He seems to be the tune of choice as well.
Back to Birch in 11th. There's all the battle in front. There's Cheater, Anonymous, Mesosphere, Delete in 7th. Behind him, Jürgen, Honey Badger 13th. Back to the a little bit sideways off the curb there.
Well, there's an interesting battle for the lead at the moment. Seiko is 90 feet behind.
Kind of drove away a little bit already. Oh, he's coming on the inside. Hang on.
Coming on the inside, coming up for the first corner.
Have a look.
No, he's pulled in.
Bradders just tucked in there. Bradders always on the podium, isn't he? Podium spot Bradders.
Yeah. Seems Anonymous has got a problem.
Oh, hang on. Tyco sent it down the inside. Hang on. And he's in front. He's in
Anonymous
front.
is pitted.
Hold on a little bit. What damage? Oh, Tyco takes the lead. Good move down the inside into turn 2. So we're having a look though.
Well, I'm afraid he really shouldn't get any screen time. I'm looking at the paint job now. And this is disgusting. Tyco.
Oh. But he did say he's not got a livery today. He did say he ain't got a livery today, which is fair enough. Just watching Coca Gamer here. Got past UK Racer for 17th. No brakes up to 16th. Good start. Loyal shot back to 15th. He's in a hard start there.
Yeah, it's just behind Savage.
Up to 12th. Cheaters up to 9th. Looking at the back of In the cars here, Birchie, we've got Eugen and Honey Badger behind back now. Let's go back to Honey Badger. Canada versus
Solar's
Australia.
just got back in front. Coming through the last corner.
Let's have a look at that in a minute. On board with Honey Badger now. He's got a bit of a run maybe on Eugen here. You can just cover him off a little bit. Great little cars, these Volvos, though.
Yeah, they are. Actually, I'm really liking Delete's paint job here.
Well, apparently he didn't put one on. I mean, it's better effort than Eugen's, I've got to say. It's just picked with a number board, but there you go. Again,
You've not seen Delete's paint?
Well, we'll have a look at, let's go up to Delete in 6th, then let's have a look at Delete's paint.
It's alright,
That's smart. Very smart. He only joined the series literally 2 hours before it kicked off, so fair enough to him. Look at the back of Messersfield, we've seen that paint. Let's see if Delete can get up to 6th place here.
It's a gap now between Bobbert and Sparky. It's for 4th and 5th, 400 feet. Bobbett's got his back. He's got himself on the back of Bradders. So he's had a bloody good start.
There's a clutch of cars here in 13th, 14th, 15th. Gap back to Coca down to 16th. I think he's had a bit of a something's happened to Coca there down in 16th. Ricky down in 17th.
Yeah, I'm looking at the back of Jurgen. Honey Badger's all over him.
Anonymous pitted. I think Jay's had a bit of a moment. UK Racer as well. Let's go back up the front. A bit of a gap, but Tycho's coming under a bit of pressure from Bradders now.
Just caught Truth pulling a move on Punisher. Decent move on the outside of the last corner. That was a good move. Ooh, as Punisher takes off the inside down Paddock Hill.
Birchie have a look down the inside of Delete.
Savage got past
him. They touch and spun Delete a little bit there. Cheater on the back though. He'll be looking to pounce on a pair of them. Got people without a livery ready yet. That's quite mad, isn't it? Looking at Birchie at the minute.
I know Birchie was working on his livery just before the race, so it is.
Fair play. I think Marky's. Right, it's a bit of Bobberts and Birchie looking around the outside of the lead. Maybe it's Stick as well.
Oh, really well. Cheaters following through.
Yeah, the lead maybe going a little bit backwards here. Has a look. Looks a bit of curve. Cheater might get him on the inside here now.
Cheater with his first GTR paint job as well. Looking very suave.
Very suave, but also a familiar paint job by Aftermath. That's all I would say.
Yes, completely agree.
Fair play. Fair play. The Cheater up to 8th. He gets past Delete. So Delete lost 2 places on that lap.
In fact, the only difference is the badge at the back.
Yeah. Nicer badge.
Nothing like a bit of recycling.
Bobbert's up to 3rd now. He's got ahead of Bradders. SSR Bobberts. Welcome SSR today. Got 3-4 drivers here.
Yeah. Good bunch too.
Back. It's definitely a back to Truth.
Going back to Delete. Delete's back in 9th. He's lost a couple of places. He's now behind Cheater.
But he just lost out the last lap. He got behind Savage. 13th. I'm on board with Truth at a minute. Looking at Honey Badger and Jurgen, the Canadian-Australian battle continues. We're going to go up to Honey Badger because I think he's getting quite close.
So Anonymous is 1,400 feet behind UK Racer, 6 laps to go. How far do you reckon he'll get?
I think he'll get close. Unfortunately for Anonymous, he's made it hard for himself. The second race is only top 10 reverse. He'll do a job. Oh, Honey Badger has got a run on Eugen.
Oh, Cheaters.
Wow, Eugen.
Sparky caught them. Seems to be a bit of accidents behind. Currently got
Honey Badger through. Let's go back up to Cheater then, 9th place. Looking at Marky now.
I think Cheater's let him have the position back here.
Go side by side. I think later on the brakes gets through. Marky might have another dive down though. Hangs on for the moment. Delete 7th. Yeah, I think something happened. The cheater was in front of Delete. Back up to 7th place. Jurgen's got back in front. What happens to Honey Badger then? Honey Badger dropped down to 14th. Honey Badger did just get in front of Jurgen for 10th. I don't know if they had a collision. So Jurgen's now behind Truth, Savage and Loyal. 11, 12, 13. Loyal's run wide.
Well wide there, whether he's trying to get the run up the hill.
Unless there was contact between them two and he's handed a place back. I don't know. And back at the front, looks like. Let's have a look at how Tycho and Solar are getting on.
They're getting on very well, by the looks of it.
Solar's got someone on the back of him at least this race. Not the M3s, he kind of gets away a little bit in them.
Apart from Bradders, you know, Bradders is always there keeping him honest.
Bradders down in 4th, he dropped behind Roberts at some point.
This isn't gaining on anyone, whether he's...
Go back to Law in 14th. 9 of cars on the start finish. With a gap back to Coker in 15th. Thanks Viper Ricky. Ricky's had a bad race here, dropped up 4 places to 19th. Anonymous down 13 places. Ooh, Loyal. Bit of a sim twitch. Coker gets through for 14th. And Loyal's dropped 10 places from the start of this race.
Yeah, it has not been a good race for Loyal so far. Started in 4th, didn't he?
He did. 4th on the grid, yeah.
15th now.
A bit of replay cam. Truth 11, Jurgen 10th, Honey Badger 12th, just behind. With MRT Truth. Very strange that Truth joined the party, and he really reminds me of someone in the M3 series.
That's strange, that is.
Yeah, definitely sounded like Michael Savio.
He sounded like a French guy, didn't he?
Yeah, but wasn't really French sounding.
Same part of France as I'm from.
Maybe.
Delete's coming on the outside of Birchie.
Back up to Trigger now. Delete and Birchie very close. Lap 8 of 11. Or what is the sprint race? Birchie had a great battle all race. Delete used to run last year. I don't know if you remember that, Kev.
I do remember Delete, yeah.
Cheap now on the back of the
Roberts on the back of, got in front of Bradders. I didn't know if that happened before or not, but
yeah,
they
that
are
happened quite a while ago.
separated by 15
and Delete side by side now. Going into turn 4. A bit later on the brakes. Maybe he's got the run. Yeah, so cheater up. Moves up to 7th because the one likes to lie. Let's go further back. Marky in 9th, Jurgen 10th, 11th for Truth, Honey Badger 12th. So he's got Savage all over the back of him though.
Again, I'm looking
here. 4 cars here. Very close.
Top 2 are separated by 50 feet again, but he doesn't seem to get much closer than that.
Go up there, but this is a great battle here.
Who are you with?
It's the second last corner now. I'm on with Savage. Got Honey Badger in front, Jurgen and Truth in front.
Oh yeah. I think we need to put a request out for somebody to do Savage a paint job though. It has to go out. As he's getting closer to the rear end of Honey Badger. Brakes can't get the line he wants because Honey Badger took it from him. See if he can do anything under braking into the hairpin. No, not quite. Oh, Honey Badger run wide, give Savage the chance on the outside.
Oh, hang on.
Outbreak.
Trips off of camera then. Go back to Savage.
Slight contact. And it was slight
by
contact.
side still.
They're in touring cars. They're allowed to touch.
So back in a little bit. Coca Gamer and Loyal just in the background as well. Go back up the front. Now there's Bradder's in front of Bobberts now. I think Bobberts had a mistake somewhere. Bradder's now up to third in the Yamalu Volvo.
Again, another clean
right,
looking
this is
design.
tasty now. This is getting tasty now. 2 laps to go.
Separated by
Solar.
18.
We're on board. This is the first race of 3 tonight. Tycho, yeah. Giving Solar a good run for his money here. Anonymous, to be fair, is catching up to the back of the pack. Slightly. Viper at the back of the pack, to be fair. I'm not sure what happened to Viper then.
Well, no, Anonymous is up to 19th.
Punisher down at 20th. Anonymous, what, he's looking at, he's 130 feet behind UK Race, and that's the last scoring position. Norwich 16th, no break 16, Loyal 15. Loyal dropped from 4th on the grid to 15th. Poker Gamer 14th, Honey Badger 13th, Savage 12th, Ewan 10th, Truth's up. What, 7 places to 10th, Marky in 9th, Elite 8th, Cheater 7th,
Yeah, he was.
36th.
Truth was really unhappy with his qualifying. So yeah, that was my lobby.
Will be currently on pole for race 2 as it stands. Pretty good at that job as well. The battle for the lead still. These two have drove away 500, 600 foot lead. Bradders. Lost the line for the final lap. Tycho's lost a little bit of time, so he's managed to get 100 foot lead.
Delete and Cheater are still side by side. Now, I've seen more of those two side by side than I had anyone else in this race, so a lot of respect between the pair of them.
Yeah, I think Delete's got back in front of Cheater then.
Yes, yep, definitely. 7th and
I'm
8th.
sure Delete was part of AMS not too long ago. As we see Birchie in front, very sideways.
He was part of it. Yeah, he was.
Cheater now.
Oh, Cheater's had the lunge in the
Sees
head.
it down the inside. Yeah, but I think Delete will get the move back.
Yeah,
It's
worth a bomb.
Grass. It was. Cheater's still got the inside line. It's getting dicey now last lap.
Oh, I love this. This is what you want to see in touring cars.
To be fair, Delete's been involved in quite a few scraps. Race well. Cheater does get in front for 7th. Let's just check the leaders. 140 foot lead now for Solar. I think this is the battle to stay on board with till the end. I think.
Just going to keep an
I think
eye.
it goes defensive.
Yeah, Solar's got 150 feet on Faco.
I think so. I
Bradders.
think Solar will take the win.
Oh, Bobberts might have an issue. He's let Mesosphere through. Bobberts is out in 5th.
Oh, Delete might send it. Oh no. Just got a little bit of a twitch on them. Cheater gets away. So Solar wins 2nd for. Let's see what's happening further back. Let's go back to Savage. 12th. Really a lot. Back up to Cheater across the line in 7th. Birchie across the line in 6th. Birchie 7th. Delete in 8th. 9th for Marky. 10th for Truth. That's a Loyal.
I think we've just our last battle is nobody. Oh, there's Anonymous. He's catching up very closely to the back of Punisher. He gets the better traction out of the corner. He's going to take 19th place if he can get his braking done around the final corner. Punisher just outbrakes him on the inside. Has he got the run?
For any points, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we love to see a scrap.
There we go, Anonymous crosses the line.
Anonymous
20th.
gets 20th place. He's going to be unhappy about that. Rightfully so, he qualified well.
So that was race 1, 11 laps. Have a quick look at the results. Solar wins fastest lap. in that race actually goes to
Roberts.
something for me to
Roberts.
sort out later. I think it's Boberts, yeah. 129.1.
29.1 clean. Well done, Boberts. Fastest lap in the first race.
Fastest lap.
Our very classical.
Just get a couple of
fastest
there.
lap. Hit, you know. Best clean lap is pole for the next race. Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got about 12 clean laps.
Yeah, well anyway, Solar wins, Tycho coming second, Bradders third, Messersphere up to fourth, decent result, Boberts fifth, Birchie sixth, Cheetah seventh, Delete eighth, Markey in ninth. Truth comes home in 10th, he will start pole with the next race, then Jurgen, Savage, Coca Gamer, Loyal, Honey Badger, Low Brakes, Laurie, Ricky, Punisher, Anonymous, UK Racer and Viper round out the top. Well, sorry. Round out the rest of the grid.
Yeah, top 22.
The top 22 out of 22 get in. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for race 2 on the next stream coming up shortly.